Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Alam nyo, talagang klarong-klaro na ito ang direksyon na tinatahak ng Canada. We all know the country is tightening its immigration policies, but if we look at the trends, sa ginagawa nilang paghihigpit, it's very clear na meron po talagang isang bansa na, kumbaga, napupuruhan. Okay, alam nyo naman ito, lagi itong nababanggit ninyo sa comment section. I think a couple of weeks ago, we had an episode talking about yung refusal rate for student visa applications coming from India. Umabot siya ng parang 73 or 74% noong August. Diba? Ang laki nung 70+% kung ipukumpara sa refusal rate for other countries. No? I think other countries 30-40% lang. Okay, pero malaki pa rin yun, ano? Anyway, alam nyo ba, okay, according to this report that we're gonna talk about, kung ikukumpara yung bilang ng mga naaprubahan na student applications from India from January to August this year, tas ikukumpara mo yan sa bilang na inapprove in the same period 2 years ago, napakalaki na ng ibinaba nito. 93% less, okay, permits are being issued to international student applicants from India. So, it's very clear, no, na talagang mukhang sila ang focus nitong efforts ng Canada to be stricter, specifically, especially rather, for the international student program. Okay, nagulat pa ba kayo dyan? Siyempre ako hindi na, no? Lagi natin pinag-uusapan ito. O, puntahan natin ang report na ito from the National Post. Okay, published November 10, 2023. Canada issued 9,995 permits to Indian students from January to August, compared to, last year lang 76,930. Okay, that's for 2024. Pero for that same period, noong 2023, ang in-issue ay 149,875. Grabe, no? 149,000. Ngayon, 9,000. Well, almost 10,000 na lang. We will see. Palagay nyo, talagang tuloy-tuloy pa ang pagbaba ng number na yan. Sige, basahin natin. Data from IRCC shows that the number of international student permits issued to Indian applicants has fallen by more than 93% in the last 2 years. Okay, nabigay na natin yung breakdown ng numbers, no? Sabi dito, the shift is part of a larger trend toward issuing fewer permits for both students and workers to come to Canada from abroad. Unfortunately, hindi ako makahanap ng comparative data for the Philippines. Okay? Sige, pero kung baka may alam kayo, no, please put it down there in the comment section. This year, Canada reduced the number of permits for students by 10% from the previous year, with a cap of 437,000. Generally speaking, ito. This was the second year in a row to see reductions after concerns that high levels of immigration was putting pressure on healthcare and education services and driving up housing costs. Tapos ito naman, no? Let's talk about the applications specifically coming from India. Applications from Indian students are being rejected at a higher rate than the average of other countries. This year, 71% of applicants from India were rejected compared to 58% from all countries combined. Okay. Now, are we surprised? No. Why? Well, we have been hearing, alam niyo naman, from immigration officials here na isa sa mga dahilan rin, no, apart from addressing the impact of newcomers sa resources ng Canada, maliban dyan, they are also out to curb fraud that's happening in the different immigration programs. Why am I not surprised? Because tuwing may napag-uusapan na mga nakikitang fraudulent activities data would show that most of them are coming from India. Diba? We've talked about this many times. Pero balikan natin yung mga halimbawang yan, ano? Oh, saan ba? Let's talk about this report. From CTV News. Fearing fraud, Canada rejects most Indian study permit applicants. Okay. Nabanggit rin, remember? Ay, hindi ko pala na-up. Ano ba yan? Yan, ito pala. Ano ba yun? Sorry, guys. Oh, ito yung binasa ko kanina, no? So, clearly, kumbaga, sila talaga. Nabanggit na nga dun sa isang committee hearing sa House of Commons, remember? Nung tinanong yung taga-IRCC, meron ba kayo nakikitang specific country? Sabi niya, India, top source. Canada's clampdown on international students has hit applicants from India particularly hard. Government data shows as what was once a preferred destination loses its allure for Indian students. Okay. Nawalan pa daw ng gana yung mga Indian students magpunta ng Canada. Anyway, so ano yung sinasabi ko kanina, guys? Ano? Why am I not surprised? Because, ito yung isang halimbawa ng fraudulent activities, no? Okay. Canadian institutions log almost 50,000 no-shows in 2 months. This is pertaining to the international students na pagdating dito, hindi po sila nagsisulputan sa kanilang mga klase. Okay. MIA, hindi na alam kung nasan sila. Actually, hanggang ngayon, wala na ako nakitang update kung na-track ba ito ng IRCC or ng CBSA. 50,000 na nakasulat dito. Out of this 50,000, more than 20,000, okay, ay galing India. Okay. May data rin tungkol dyan, ano. Another type of fraud. This is from, May 8, 2023. Oh. Canada to deport 700 Indian students as visa documents found to be fake. Okay, ano po nangyari dito? May mga nakarating na dito, na-issuehan na sila ng student permit. Pagdating dito, doon nalaman ng mga estudyante na yung ibinigay sa kanila na letters of acceptance from the colleges that they applied to or in their minds ay papasukan nila ay peke pala. So pagdating dito, hindi sila makapasok, hindi sila tatanggapin ng college, tapos ayan na, nalaman na at kailangan nilang umuwi. 'Di ba? In a way, mabuti na rin na nagiging stricto talaga yung Canada sa mga applications coming from that country kasi meron din po naniniwala naman ako kahit papaano. Meron din pong mga students from India na nabibiktima ng mga malalokong consultant. Binenta na nila lahat ng meron sila, yung pamilya nila, binenta na yung property sila, mga lupain nila. Para lang makapunta dito, hindi nila alam, niloloko pala sila nung nang-eenggan yung consultant sila sa kanila sa India. 'Di ba? Binibigyan sila ng fake LOAs na gagamitin para sa kanilang application sa student permit, mai-issuehan ng IRCC. Makakarating dito, tas yung pala hindi sila makakapag-aral. 'Di ba? At least mapipigilan na 'yan from happening. Diba? Of course, it's a different story kung yung applicant alam niya yung kanyang pinapasok. But I'd like to believe kasi I saw some reports na mukhang talagang nanlulumo yung ilang mga estudyante from India na nabiktima ng mga scam na yan. Kawawa din naman sila. Diba? Okay, now I try to look for an audio-visual report. Tungkol dito. Ito lang ang nakita ko, guys, so far. Puro articles mostly, but there is this report. Ayan. From First Post. Medyo mahaba ito pero uumpisahan ko na lang doon sa part kung saan kumbaga ina-analyze nila bakit mataas ang refusal rate for Indian students.
This year alone. Officials say the move is part of a larger crackdown on visa fraud. Back in 2023, Canadian authorities uncovered over 1,500 fake study permit applications from India, all linked to forged college admission letters. Many students reached Canada with fake documents, unaware they were fraudulent. When their papers were flagged during permanent residency checks, they faced deportation. That scandal pushed Canada to tighten the system. Now, applicants face enhanced verification with detailed checks on the source of their funds and education documents. Students say the process feels like a visa interview and more like an interrogation. Education experts say this has created panic amongst students and hit Canadian campuses hard. The University of Waterloo reports a 2/3 drop in Indian enrolments. Other universities like Regina are also struggling. That's a major blow because international students contribute nearly $22 billion a year to Canada's economy.
Okay. Yes, I agree. But only if you are a real student coming in. Hindi ka student, kuno, dadating dito, hindi ka naman mag-aaral. Di ba? Anyway, may nabanggit siya, no, yung parang extra scrutiny now happening sa mga applicants. Nabanggit po yan dito sa CTV News report na ito. No? Ayan. According dun sa isa nilang in-interview, na tumutulong daw sa pagpaprocess ng mga Canadian visa. So, his firm prepares applicants to show their eligibility beyond what's required on paper. For example, according to Michael Pietro Carlo of Border Pass, when students must demonstrate that they have sufficient funds to support themselves, it's not enough to just say na ito ang aking bank statements. They may have to go the extra mile and say, here's where the money came from. Yan. Siguro para na rin sa mga kababayan natin na nag-a-apply, gusto pa rin maging international student dito, to help boost or increase your chances of getting approved. Talagang kailangan mo ipaliwanag ng husto yung resources na meron ka. Kailangan patunayan mo ng gusto na hindi lang yan show money, na pera mo talaga yan, na handa kang suportahan ang sarili mo pagdating mo dito. Diba? Saan ang galing yan? Gaano katagal na nasa iyo yung pera na yan? Ganun. O meron ding statement pala, yung Indian Embassy tungkol sa isyong to. Nakuha ng CTV News. Sabi, the Indian Embassy in Ottawa said the rejection of study permit applications from students in India had come to its attention, but that the issuance of study permits is Canada's prerogative. However, according to the embassy, we would like to emphasize that some of the best quality students available in the world are from India, and Canadian institutions have in the past greatly benefited from the talent and academic excellence of these students. No, I agree, matatalino yung mga Indians, lalo na sa larangan ng IT. Kaya kawawa rin, yung mga true talents from that country, na sila talaga ang pinaka-apektado sa nangyayaring crackdown on fraud. Kung palagay nyo, yung mga Pilipino na damay na rin, lalo pa, diba, yung mga kababayan nila, na I'm sure naiinis din sa mga maloloko nilang kababayan doon, na ayan, pati sila, hirap na siguro makarating dito. Sayang din, diba? Of course, wag din po natin kakalimutan. In a way, meron ding pagkapabaya ang nangyari, na nangyari rather, on the part of IRCC. Because, bakit hindi nila na-trace? Wala bang verification? Halimbawa, yung fake letter of acceptance na binibigay sa kanila in the process of applying for a study permit, how come they didn't detect it? Wala bang verification process yan? Di ba nila tinatanong yung university or yung college, oy, totoo ba? O, legit ba to? Tinanggap nyo ba talaga to? Parang wala, kasi nakalusot sa kanila. Diba? Tas ngayon, they're trying to pass certain measures like, Bill C-12 to try to address that problem. Diba? Ika-cancel na lang nila yung mga existing visas ng mga nakarating dito through fraudulent means. Yan ang nangyayari ngayon, I believe. Kasi nga, diba, nalusutan din sila ng mga applications na yan. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I will end this episode here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!